Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. Man, oh 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 man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man. To say I am upset, furious, mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. Would be somewhat of an understatement. And this has been, gosh, what a roller coaster. You know, we do the playoffs. We're all excited. We make it into the playoffs. We look like we're on a roll and then get bumped out. Boom! Immediately by the Commanders. It was a surprise to everybody, I think. A lot of national people picked the Commanders, which was kind of strange. But it's kind of a surprise to a lot of Buccaneer fans. It's definitely a surprise to me. You know, and then we get news the other day that Liam Coen is, up for head coaching jobs and left the altar again. What's up, Joe? Yeah, and, so we're like, oh, no, he might go to the Jaguars. And then he says, no, I'm going to stay. I'm taking the Buccaneers offered him a contract. He said he was going to stay. So everybody's like, woo. We even did a video, live stream. Everybody's like, woo. All the Buccaneers media, woo. And then 24 hours later, he's like, yeah, no, I was joking. I'm taking the head coaching job of the Jacksonville Jaguars. It pisses me off. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm not sad. I'm not sad at all. I am angry. It's kind of like, Dave Canales. What's up, Rampage? With Dave Canales, it was, if he would have went anywhere else, I would have been sad, But he went to the Panthers, our division rival. And that was just a jerk move. I thought it was a jerk move. Now, what Coen did was a jerk move. He said he was going to come back and then just basically stabbed everybody in the back, man. He stabbed his teammates in the back, stabbed his assistant coaches in the back, stabbed his head coach in the back, stabbed ownership in the back, stabbed the fans in the back. I mean, he sent out a message to all of his staff and teammates or players saying he was coming back to Buccaneers. And then, nope, peace out. What's up, Tom? Yeah, if you get a good offensive coordinator, man, you got a defensive coordinator as a coach, you get a good offensive coordinator, they're going to be gone every year, it seems like. Every year. And, it's one of those things. Yeah. I've seen it happen. I've seen it coming for a long time, and it's here, and it just sucks, but this is going to be the old man yelling at the clouds type thing. Used to, before free agency, guys, they got drafted on the team. They were with that team pretty much forever, unless they got traded, in some crazy deal. But guys were with the team forever. There was a sense of loyalty. You got drafted by a team. You were entrenched in the city, and the fan base, and all that good stuff. And then free agency comes along, and guys are, chasing the money. And the big turning point to me was the 2008 financial crisis. I saw, there's much I could say about that, but I saw where America went, wait a minute, there's two tiers of justice. There's two tiers of people in this country. I want to be in the good tier, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. And everybody has gotten this attitude of, I'm going to get mine. Screw everybody else. And there's no more loyalty, no more honor. It's a thing of the past. I mean, Bruce Arians was extremely loyal. He's a dinosaur. You're just not going to see it anymore. You don't see it from coaches. You don't see it from players. Tom was talking to me the other day about the NBA and about how viewership in the NBA is just tanked. And so I looked into it. And one of the big reasons why viewership has tanked is because the players just don't care about the team anymore. They don't care about winning. They don't care about the fan base. They don't care about anything. They're literally just collecting paychecks, And that's what we've seen. That's what we've seen with Coen. That's what this is, So I actually don't feel too bad about it because a guy like that, I don't really want him on the team. You know, it was a jerk move, man. It was a jerk move. What's everybody got to say about it? What's up, Army John? All right, I just realized that everyone left. We're stuck with Todd Bowles. Yeah, we got Todd Bowles is it. The offensive coordinator, I mean the assistant coaches that Coen brought, I don't know what's going to happen with them. You know, like the offensive line coach, the running game coordinator, or the running game coach. He's the running backs coach. He's going to stay, I'm sure. I think who else was it? The tight ends coach or something was here with Canales. He stayed. I don't know what's going to happen with them. Most of them can't leave laterally. You know, there's a rule in the NFL that you can't go from one team to another when you're under contract and make a lateral move. Now, we did have Casey Rogers, who was a defensive line coach for the Buccaneers. He's been with us forever, for 5-6 years here. He's been with Todd Bowles forever. And he just, you know, his contract ran out. I guess we said we weren't going to re-sign him, and now he's with Detroit. He just signed with somebody. Larry Foote looks like he might be the defensive coordinator for the Lions. So yeah, we're losing a lot of people. So we're just stuck with Todd, man. Left at the altar again. I know, Joe. It's just, it hurts, man. It hurts. But I'm angry about this one. I'm angry. I again, just like Dave Canales, I want to see him crash and burn. I want to see Coen crash and burn. Yeah, Joe. If that would have been, if he would have done that, if he would have just taken the head coaching job from the get go or whatever, you know, or maybe even, you know, it would have been okay, a little wishy washy. But it was really underhanded, you know. They're going to get in trouble for violating the Rooney Rule. You know, it's a dumb rule to begin with, but they did violate it, so they're going to get fined and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's the way he did it, Army John. It's the way he did it. You know, it would have been different if it would have been, you know, the back and forth, the negotiations and all that good stuff. But I mean, he texted his assistant coaches and Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans and all those guys and says, I'm coming back. And, you know, the media said he was coming back. Ownership said he was coming. Everybody thought he was coming back. He said he was coming back. And then he lied about not being in Jacksonville and said that his kid was in the or he said he had some personal issues going on. Kind of find out his child was in the hospital. I don't know what that was all about. His wife actually posted some stuff today on Instagram about, let me see, she said, I hate that I even had to say this, but when people are negative about my kids, I will not be silent. Our son is sick. We were at the hospital yesterday seeing a specialist for his autoimmune disease. Please don't spread misinformation, blah, 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 blah. You know, she's like mad at us because we're mad at them for using the kid as an excuse or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. The guy Benedict Arnold us. He stabbed us in the back. I don't care. Done with you. I'm angry. I hope you crash and burn. I hope everything I said positive about you was absolutely wrong. And I hope you're a crappy coach. And the reason why you had success here was because of Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield. KK, what's up? Yeah, Snake. Nastiness, man. Nastiness. You know, and this isn't the only time he's done this. You know, he's apparently done this pretty much everywhere he's gone. You know, he Kentucky, he told them, you know, I'm going to be your head coach. And he left them hanging. Apparently he did it to Holy Cross too, left them at the altar. You know, so just to go back to the Rams as the offensive coordinator, I think the only place he hasn't done it at was the Rams. That was because they basically said, yeah, we're not hiring you back. Baker Street continues. I know that was my first thought too. I was like, dang it. You know, we were so happy about that. Baker's finally going to have the same offensive coordinator, man. Put the Jags on the schedule. I know. We're not playing the Jags, are we? Who do we play? AFC East? I can't remember. 9-5 schedule. Yeah, so I'm not as upset about this as I thought I would be in the sense of, man, gosh darn it, I wish this wouldn't happen. I'm actually like, good, be gone. I don't want crap like that in my on my team. I don't want people of that character on my team. Sorry. I don't care how good you are. But, if you're going to lie and, be a snake in the grass about things, don't want you around. Don't want you. I like people of good character. Ralph. Yeah, Tom, just because I won't call for Bowles to be fired, man. I did that last year and it bit me in the butt. I'm not gonna do it again, man. Not gonna do it. Yeah, yeah, it was sneaky, Joe. I mean, everybody knows it. Everybody saw it. Everybody saw it unfold. What's up, Steven? Right? Yeah, maybe we dodged a bullet with him. You know, I I don't know what the league's rules are on coaches doing performance enhancing drugs or any drugs whatsoever. Are they tested? I don't know. I don't think so. But and I said this a couple times during the season. I was like, he's got that same mannerism that Canales had. Where it looked like he was tweaking up there on the podium. So there might be a lot of issues with those two that are going to come around. Ah man, just what a jerk, what a jerk. We were on here the other day just praising, just so thankful. My gosh, this is going to be awesome. We got him back. It's everything we wanted as a fan base. Yeah. So some people wanted Bowles fired and everything. But yeah, think about that. What if we would have fired Bowles and, promised Coen the head coaching job and he just disappeared, went to Jacksonville and took that job? That would have been messed up. Then we'd be out everybody. I agree with you, Steven. We don't need guys like that. Maybe if Jacksonville had the best doctors, yeah. It just so happened that the specialists they needed right there in Jacksonville. All right, Tom. If that's true, if you want compensation every time your name is mentioned, Tom, I'm going to give you a nickname. TR. What's up, Christopher? Clint Kubiak is offensive coordinator. Warren Sapp, D-line coach. Antonio Pierce, inside linebackers. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. What's Kubiak doing? Is he coaching anywhere? I tried out. This is off topic, but Opera GX. It's the browser. It's like a video game focused browser by Opera. Man, it's cool. I really like it. I like the looks of it. I like the feel of it. It's got all kinds of cool features to it. It's pretty neat. Okay, Kubiak. Gary Kubiak, Clint Kubiak. Here we go. Minnesota, New Orleans. Offensive coordinator for New Orleans. How do I not know that? I was actually thinking of his dad, I guess. Gary. Yeah, Gary Kubiak. Yeah. Yeah, he's been with the Vikings forever and then went to the Broncos, 49ers, and the Saints. Interesting. Yeah, anybody can make Sam Darnold look good. Oh, no, he wasn't with. Okay, he was with the Saints last year. Man, I'm just all over the place. Okay, what's up, brother? You hate Liam more than Todd now. Hey, I'm on the boat. I'm in the same boat, man. I am in the same boat. I'm kind of. I want to give Todd a hug right now. Yeah, right. Yeah, Larry Foote and Rogers are like, yeah, we're out of here. We're not going to get blamed for this defense. Who do we have, Christopher? Who do we have in-house that we could put in the offensive coordinator position. I don't know of anybody. Hit that like button if you hate Liam right now. Yeah, didn't answer the phone. That was one where that was very telling, and they knew it too. From the reports you got, the Buccaneers organization was very livid because they couldn't get in touch with him, and they kind of knew what was happening. I hope he doesn't, Rampage. I hope he doesn't. I hope he crashes and burns, man. Tyke Smith said, I get it, Tom. Benedict Arnold, man. Benedict Arnold. Yeah, right. Yeah, he could contact the Jaguars. He can't pick up the phone for us, but it's just so, he ghosted us, man. He ghosted them. Armin John, I think it was the first, I don't think he's ever had a offensive coordinator for 2 years in a row. So this would have been the first time, I think. But yeah, we were all excited about that. What's up, Gotti? Canales was just tweaking on the Lord. Snorting up that Holy Spirit. Andy Reid on performance-enhancing drugs. That's funny. Well, I meant like Adderall and stuff like that, mentally performance. MK done changed his name from Bowles to Coen. Yeah. How many players and coach? That's a good question, Joe. That is a good question because we got a bunch of free agents coming up, man. Who could he get? Sterling Shepard, Chris Godwin. Ben Bredesen, Kyle Trask, William Golston, Greg Gaines, Tryon, Anthony Nelson. I don't think he'll get any of the defensive guys. Don't know. That's interesting now. I didn't even think about that. I think Chris Godwin will stay here if we offer him a decent amount. He seems to be a pretty loyal dude. $300 for using your name today. But then you got to pay the moderation fee and taxes. Army John, I called for Bowles' head last year when we had that horrible 7-game streak, 6-game losing streak. I was just over it. It was mainly because of Devin White. I was like, Devin White he needs to be benched and they won't do it, blah, blah, blah. And I was just tired of it. But then we made the playoffs, so I felt like a doofus. Josh Grizzard is the passing coach. Now, he was brought by Coen. Was he at Kentucky with Coen? I can't remember. 40,000 for a new car. What kind of new car you want for 40,000, Tom? If I had 40,000 and I could buy a new car, well, it wouldn't be new. I'd buy a Lincoln Navigator. I might be able to get a 2019 for 40,000. Those are just nice cars, man. I like luxury cars. Who could we get for offensive coordinator? Who do we have in house? Josh Grizzard for offensive coordinator? What's he done? Hey, Molly. Scott Van Pelt was his offensive coordinator for 2 years in a row. Really? I didn't know that. Is that in Cleveland? Was that Alex? Alex Van Pelt, right? Molly coming in just straight away. Coen is the traitor. I hope he fails. Then she's gonna leave. Oh, we lost an offensive assistant today. Who was that? Kate. You're angrier with the organization than Coen. How come? Jaguars observer. Ricky, what's up, man? Yeah, yeah. I'm not upset like sad or like darn gosh he got away and all that. I'm just mad at him now. I'm just mad. And I'm happy. I'm happy, we know his character and I'm like, well, I don't want that in this organization. It's good we got to see this. You know? Guy has no honor, no loyalty. And I get you chasing your bag. You want to get the money. You want to get the respect. Head coaching jobs don't come along. Blah 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 and all that. But I know these guys. At some point they got to go. Man, I wish I would have stayed at this one place and just made a career out of it there because I liked the people. I liked and just you could get in the ring of honor. You could be celebrated. You got a job. You got respect of your community. I think that's worth more than money. I really do. And I think people like Warren Sapp. They chased the money, went to Oakland. Got the money and everything, but they didn't get the respect. And then they come back. And they're like, the people in Tampa like me. I'm going to stay here. I like it Tampa because they like me. You know, I think it's important to have that type of community. And if you just keep burning bridges everywhere you go, you're never going to have that. You might have money, but you're not going to have a place you can call home, you know? So I hope I'm like Molly. I hope he crashes and burns. Mm. Yes, right. Yeah. Now we got another team. At least he didn't take a divisional uh, head coaching job like Canales did. You know, what a jerk, man. But we get to whoop on up on Canales twice a year for the next few years, or as long as he could stay as a head coach. Uh, Coen, we're gonna have to watch from a distance. We don't play them this. Let me see. I think we play the AFC East, right? Yeah, yeah. So we won't get to play the Jaguars. So we'll just have to watch them crash and burn from a distance. We can't partake in it. Good. I hope Canales or Cohen enjoys going to Britain twice a year or Germany or wherever they're going to be playing. And he's going to have to deal with an owner that's going to stick his stupid mustache in everybody's business. That guy's a jerk too. I didn't know that, Armin John. I could have swore that Baker Mayfield only has never had the same offensive coordinator twice. You could have held a gun to my head and I would have been like, yeah, no, he never has. So I'd be shot right now. Thad Lewis, there's a good one. Yeah. Peter Schrager. Yeah, we should go back through the season and just pull out all the crappy calls. Now, I will say this, and y'all were here in the playoffs. I thought he did a horrible job play calling in the playoffs. So pressure might not be his thing. Playoffs are a different beast, man. You got to be an animal in the playoffs. And he was not. Yeah, let's go back through, Tom, and get all the crappy offensive play calls of the season and just make a big video. Be like, Coen sucks. Look at these stupid play calls. But then I would have to go back through all my live streams and cut out all the parts where I just raved on Coen, how great he was. Yeah, I saw that, Ricky, where he said I want to thank ownership, or yeah, he didn't mention Light or the Glazers or anybody by name, except for Todd Bowles, which I found, yeah, everybody saw that. They were like, that's weird. So maybe he didn't get along with Jason Light or ownership. I don't know. From what I heard, the report is that he came back to them. They offered him a big contract. It would have been the biggest contract in the NFL for an offensive coordinator in NFL history. And they said that's the best we could do. And then he came back like a day later and he was like wanting more money. And they said, yeah, we're not going to do that. That's what I heard. Let me see. I'll pull it up. Okay, Jason asked Coen exactly what it would take for him to stay in Tampa. Coen came back with a salary request that would make him the highest paid coordinator in NFL history and by a healthy margin. This is from Sports Illustrated. Light took the proposal back to the Glazer family who owned the Buccaneers and got it approved. He then went to Coen telling him he had his number, that the team loved him and badly wanted him to stay, but didn't want to negotiate anymore. Coen then met with the Glazers, who encouraged him to take the first interview with the Jaguars. That was not very smart. So that he could get experience of having done one. So Coen did the interview, and he did well enough to get a second interview. The complication for Coen was his offer from the Buccaneers was a contingent on him not taking a second interview. Coen asked the Buccaneers for time to think it over, then came back and asked for more money. The Buccaneers responded by saying that the offer was the offer and they needed an answer by Monday. He later asked to have until Tuesday. So the Bucs offered him that big contract like last week. Coen later asked to have until Tuesday. Then on Tuesday evening, he told the Bucs he'd have an answer Wednesday morning. Then on Wednesday morning, Coen verbally accepted the Buccaneers' 3-year deal to make him the highest paid coordinator in NFL history. He talked to ownership. He called head coach Todd Bowles and a few players and sent a group text to the staff to give everyone the news that he was staying in Tampa. He told some folks that he knew the move to stay would prove correct in the long run. Then he peaced out and ghosted. Huh. And then they tried calling him. He wouldn't answer the calls. He was supposed to come sign a contract Wednesday. And then he asked if it was okay if he came in Thursday morning. And then Thursday morning, he never showed up. He didn't call them. They hadn't heard from him. Mike Greenberg tries to reach out and contact him because Greenberg was signing a contract or getting an assistant coach finalized with his contract on contingent that Coen stayed, and Coen just wouldn't answer the phone. Light tried to call him. Bowles tried to call him. And then Coen's agent called them back at right around noon and informed them that Coen was dealing with a personal matter. The Tampa waited a few hours, and then Light, Bowles, and other staffers tried again to get a hold of Coen. Then at 5 p.m., Coen called Bowles and told him he was still dealing with his personal matter. And then within an hour of that phone call, Buck staff got tipped off by someone in the Jaguars facility that Coen was already in the building. The Jaguars had emphasized to Coen's camp how important it was that the visit stay under wraps, which would explain why the coordinator kept his plans from the Buccaneers. In the wake of firing their GM, in addition to a healthy financial offer, the Jags offered Coen a chance to pick his general manager. The secrecy over the visit did serve two theoretical purposes. One, obviously, it would preserve the Tampa offer for Coen. And two, it allowed the Jaguars to satisfy the Rooney Rule if it was kept under wrap. What's up, Joel? Man, we angry over here. We're not sad. We're not upset. We angry. I know, we were just celebrating, man. We were celebrating. We had party hats on. we were having a great old time. But you know what's funny is that video we did the other day, the streaming video about Coen staying. It got a copyright strike and demonetized. So maybe that was an omen, man. Right, yeah. Yeah, I get it, Kate. I feel the same way. I'm not sad, upset about Coen. I'm angry. You know? It's like we got to see his true character, which, I'm glad that he's not with the team now, because he seems like a jerk. I mean, that's just jerky moves, man. Jerk move. You pleased? Oh, pissed for Baker. I thought it said pleased for Baker. Right, yeah. He's burned all of his bridges. Not just here, but everywhere he's been. Kentucky, Holy Cross. Don't know what the feeling is at Rams about him. I don't know. But yeah, he's not showing that he's a guy of good character. Yeah, he'll never be able to come back here. He'll never be able to step foot back in Tampa. If he comes back as a coach playing against us, he's probably going to have double his security. Yeah, Rampage, yeah. But I like to hold on to the anger. It makes it more fun, especially next time we play them. Yeah, it's going to be fun watching the Jaguars lose this year. Yeah, right, Kate. Yeah, 100%. Could you imagine if we would have got him as a head coach? Ugh. Yeah. And we all wanted that too. Oh, we might play him in preseason. Oh, Molly, let's do that. Let's do that, Molly. Let's set up. Let's write letters, man. We should do a letter writing campaign to the NFL. Yeah, right. Yeah, Raw. Yeah, I'm not angry that he took the job. I kind of expected it. It's just the way he went about doing it. It was just low, low, low. Tom. Oh my gosh. Cohen's camp doesn't think he did anything wrong. Well, of course not. Whoever admits being the bad guy? I mean, even bad guys don't even admit they're the bad guy. Thanos didn't. Thanos thought he was doing the right thing. I'm going to kill half the universe. That's the right thing to do. Yeah, yeah, Kate, you were saying you were upset with the ownership and the organization. Explain that to me, man. I'm glad you did teach me something new there, Army John. I appreciate it. Hey, what's the 85? Is that when you were born? That was actually a year before I went in the Air Force. How about that? I'm sitting there, I had to do the math. I was like, yeah, when? Yeah, yeah, right, right, Yeltsin. Right. You got to give ownership props. I mean, it was maybe not the smartest thing to do, but they're like, hey, go, go and do an interview so you can get a feel for what it's like. You know, basically they were saying we trust you. You know, the Glazers did exactly what I wanted them to do. We talked about this all season long. I was like, we need to offer this guy a huge bag of money to stay here as offensive coordinator, and that's what they did. Can't be upset with them. But Kate is. I want to see why. Kate's probably going to straighten me out on that. Yeah, there you go, Joe. Hope the Jaguars get a world class defensive coordinator and then he bails on them in a year. That'd be awesome. What? Did they say that wrong? I did not see that. So the Cone's camp said they felt like the Bucks strong armed him into taking the offer. Yeah, yeah, right. I'd like to be strong armed into being the highest paid offensive coordinator in history too. Dang. Byron Leftwich for offensive coordinator. Man, I'm so far behind on chat. How'd this happen? All right, I gotta catch up on chat. Oh, I did see that Yeltsin. I thought that was kind of crappy too. Yeah, the way she was talking too, it was like misinformation and what else did she say? She said something that really made me go, "What?" Oh, yeah, when people are negative about my kids, I will not be silent. Nobody negative about your kids. We're negative about your 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 husband. Oh yeah, Todd Monken. Yeah, come on home, Todd. That'd be a lateral move for him though, so he ain't gonna do it. Yeah, I imagine. He wanted the head coaching job for the salary, but also, you know, he wants to. He talked about it. He was like, "Yeah, that's the goal. I want to be a head coach. Someday." He wants to be in control. The power. Yeah, it's not a wrench. That's a band hammer. He ghosted for 26 hours. Wow. What's up, Game On? Yeah, right, right. Yeah, we should have sent the contract to him. Sent Vita Vea over to his house with a contract, or over to Jacksonville with the contract. He stood over him like this. What's up, Alan? Yeah, we angry, man. We angry. It's good. It's good. I'm glad. I'm glad because we see his character. We don't want that in our organization. Jacksonville can have him. You know, I don't want people of that character on my team. If I would have called for Rouse, if for Todd Bowles to be fired, But then we'd have Liam Coen as a head coach, and who knows? He could have really messed up the organization. Yeah, a coward. Yeah. Yep. Guys, I put so much stuff in the AI trying to come up with a. Molly had a good idea to have Liam Cohen's head on Benedict Arnold's body, and do some stuff. She had it all planned out. I just couldn't get it to work, man. I sat for like 30 minutes trying to get AI to come up with that. It obviously didn't. It couldn't understand who Liam Coen was. But yes, very cowardly. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeltsin, I was just looking at the free agents. Somebody brought that up and they were talking about Godwin. I was like, I think Godwin would stay here just because he seems to be a really cool dude. He's got loyalty. He's one of those people, I think he understands that, hey, if I stay here in Tampa, I'm set for life. You know? After my career, I could live off the love of Tampa for the rest of my life. The next the next offensive coordinator is either going to suck or he's going to have bad character. We got to come up with some excuse already. Yep, time to move on to the next guy. That's right, Christopher. That's what Rampage said too. Let's just move on. Let's do it. Kate still wants him as head coach. Joe will show up at the practice, man, with a big. What would you do? Would you have a big banner, big sign? Coen is a traitor. Joe will go out there and want to fight him. That's what I'm saying. Coen going to have double up his security, man, if he ever comes back to Tampa. Scott Reynolds said he put his professional reputation on the line that Godwin would be back in Tampa. I think so. Godwin seems like a really good dude. He wouldn't do something like that, not for the money. I mean, money is temporary, man. God, he don't want to see Coen get embarrassed by Bowles in the preseason. How horrible would that be? Oof. That's a good one, Joe. There you go. Yeah, if the Texans come to our house, or if we play the Texans, and it's a close division race, let's let the Texans win, man. I'll do it. I'll take a loss just out of spite. I'm spiteful like that, man. I'm a spiteful dude. 85 was your birth year, man. I'm old. Yeah. Yeah. I joined the Air Force in 86. Yep. Jacksonville gives up their number 1, number 2, and number 3 round draft picks for the next 10 years. I'd be completely happy with that. Okay, I'm catching up. Kate. Should have listened to Kentucky fans or Holy Cross fans. Apparently, Holy Cross fans they really got screwed by him. Yeah, Ricky. I didn't hear anybody talk about his son or his family at all. They were just like, oh, he's using his family as a shield, whatever. I don't know where she's getting. I don't know. Maybe people did harass her or said something about her. So, but anyhow, it's that attitude. I am not going to be silent. Misinformation being thrown around. Whatever. You don't know how to use the band hammer. Don't tell people that, man. Scott Reynolds has a professional reputation. Tom is on fire tonight. You're being bully, Cincinnati? I have no control over that, man. You know, I've done everything I can to like wipe out all the censorship on the chat because I don't care. I don't know why YouTube cares. I even took off the 5 second chat delay because they were, people were having a hard time chatting. Yeah, I'm not upset. The guy showed his character. Kind of like Antonio Brown. Same thing, I was like, well, that really sucks, but at least we know he's a jerk. Kind of knew that going into it, but can't blame nobody but Antonio Brown for that stupid escapade. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Ricky. I'm gonna have to get on X and see. Schefter's saying Bucks are angry. Bucks organization are angry. They should be, rightfully so. Rightfully so. They got and I bet they're angry at Jacksonville ownership too, man. And I'll tell you what, the Glazers are not owners to mess around with. They are sly and they will get revenge. Glazers are like ninjas, man. I see your point, Kate. But who knows if they would if Glazers would have offered him, more if he would have stayed. Maybe he was just trying to look for a reason to justify his actions to himself. Stay angry. All right, Rampage, brother. Have a good one. I'm almost caught up with Chad here. Chris Godwin's wife, she straightened us out a couple years ago. Make her offensive coordinator. I don't remember what that was about. What was that about? What happened, Tom? Tom's got a whole toolbox. Doesn't know how to use it though. The chip on Baker's shoulders next year. All right, yeah. I mean, he plays great with a chip on his shoulder. Now he's got extra fuel, extra chip. Got the bonus plan chip, deluxe chip, chip plus. He just he just he just might win the Super Bowl out of spite. God, yeah. Hey, I don't. That'd be great. That'd be fine by me. He seems like one of those dudes. Use that truck stick. Oh man, that was great, wasn't it? He just ran over Wagner, Bobby Wagner, and that's not easy to do. Wagner is a he's a truck himself, man. He's a good tackler. Baker just steamrolled him, man. Bring Gruden in as offensive coordinator. Wouldn't that be something? Tom just wants to ban somebody now. Like, I'll show you I know how to use this ban hammer. Dang it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now, Tom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, then he ended up getting all kinds of passes thrown his way. Crosby from the Raiders. Now, see, I don't think Crosby would be good in this system with Bowles because Crosby, for one, he is 100% snapper. That guy is out there, he plays 80-90% of the snaps. We don't have anybody on defense, on the defensive front that does that. We rotate guys way too much. Even when we had Shaq Barrett and JPP. We were rotating them quite a bit too. Um, and I don't Cosby just I don't know if he would come here because of that. You know, don't he would he would come here, but that would be a stipulation in his contract that he was going to get at least 85% of the snaps on defense. Oh, we were talking about that the other day about how Todd's system probably keeps a lot of elite edge rushers away because they're like, I don't want to be dropped back in coverage 20% of the time, or, I don't want to be in rotation, getting 60% of the snaps because it hurts their stats, man. You can't get those sacks. You can't get those pressures, pass defenses and stuff. But you never know. Jason Light might tell Bowles, say, look, we gonna get Cosby, put him out on the field as much as he wants to be. Oh, I know, Gotti. Yeah, if Gruden came as offensive coordinator, for one, if they offered him it, two, if he took it, you know, it's good. He's probably going to come back in the NFL, but it'll be interesting to see. Now, I would really like Gruden as an offensive coordinator, not a head coach so much, but and I don't know if I'd really want him back, because y'all know my philosophy about having uh, ex coaches come back, especially if you fired them. But as an offensive coordinator, he'd probably be better than as a head coach. But I I don't know if his schemes are would work anymore. Everybody was saying that he was improving Oakland when he was there, but I always felt to me it just seemed like he was getting worse. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I want to see him come back though. Tia, what's up? Oh, hey, we got a Jaguars fan in here. What's up, Jaguars fan? Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Kate. Yeah, kind of a fossil in his coaching style or his scheme. He's all about that mismatch stuff. Khan owns Fulham. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's a shame. Glazers did a great job. That when they had a hostile takeover and bought Manchester United, it was really a great business maneuver. The way they did it and everything. I mean, I'm sure it's in textbooks in business classes, just how they did it and all that good stuff. It was really cool. But Manchester's really gone downhill since they bought it. Hasn't it's not the same club. A lot of Manchester fans don't like them for that too. But I didn't know Khan owned a football club over there. That's interesting. Yeah. So I imagine the Glazers and Khan have a rivalry as owners more so than most owners, huh? Virgin Boys, what's up? Yeah, yeah. Players ain't gonna say anything. I might have to watch that game outdoors. I might have to watch that game. That's Sunday. Is that this Sunday? I might have to check that out, man. Go root for Manchester U. I haven't watched any of their games in forever. Virgin Boys popped in just to talk mess about the Jaguars. There you go. Love it. Hey, is Roger in here? Oh, that's outdoors. Okay. Gotcha. How you doing, brother? Long time no see. Double. Man, Double been hitting the chat good lately. Appreciate it, man. You'd be cool with Gruden as offensive coordinator? I tell you what, it would be entertaining. That is for sure. That is for sure. The entertainment value would go through the roof. Every game would be entertaining. Every press conference would be entertaining. National media would be talking about the Buccaneers just like they did when Tom Brady came and Bruce Arians was coach, man. That was fun. That was fun. You glad Liam got Balky fired? Yeah, man. Y'all been dying for that for a long time. Now, is Khan gonna let Liam pick the general manager and give Liam kind of control over the general manager? You know, is Liam gonna have personnel control? Is he gonna have final word on personnel? No, that normally doesn't work out good with the head coach having final say on personnel. Unless, of course, you're Bill Belichick and you got Tom Brady. I did not know that, Teal. Huh. I like to kick ball. I was into it pretty big back in the early 2000s, especially when America was going through the World Cup. And, we had a team that was very interesting. We were playing a unique style of the kick a ball, the football, to pretty American style, very aggressive. Uh, so it was fun. That was fun. But yeah, I liked Manchester United back then. Same here, man. You still up in Virginia? You went up Northern Virginia for a while, didn't you? You still up there? Sunday, man. I tell you, Raw. I'm thinking Philadelphia and Bills, but that just might just be. I mean, gosh, between the Redskins and the Eagles, I don't want either one of them to win. I can't stand either team. uh, and the Bills and the Chiefs, it's like honestly, at this point, I feel like you can't bet against the Chiefs and the Redskins. Those two teams have just pulled off miracle after miracle after miracle all season long. So why stop now? My head would say Eagles, Bills, but my heart is saying it's going to be the Chiefs and the Commanders. Jay Rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As soon as Balky was fired, it was like, man, they did that because they that was probably one of the stipulations. Coen was like, yeah, I don't want that guy as the general manager. Which is funny because they wouldn't do that for uh, Leftwich. Remember, Leftwich wanted the same thing. He was like, yeah, I want to pick my own general manager, or I don't like your general manager. And they said, yeah, too bad. So they really wanted Coen. So they're working in tandem. Wouldn't that be something to find that out? Ah. No, double. We were talking about that. Somebody mentioned, let's get the next offense coordinator in house. So we were talking about who in house could be OC. I don't think we're going to do it though. Just going on the way Bowles has operated previously. He's going to find some some guy nobody else has ever heard of, and have Mike Evans make him look good. The All Indian Bowl. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Wouldn't that be interesting? The Redskins versus the Chiefs. That'd be like the Sioux against the Comanches. As far as outside the organization offensive coordinators, I can't think of anybody that, wouldn't be a lateral move. We talk about Todd Monken, Cliff Kingsbury. I'd love to have either one of them, but they're not going to take a lateral move. I don't even think they could legally. Don't know. But that's something we're definitely going to have to dive into. I've seen some names bandied around. Oh, okay. Western Virginia, you're still in Chesapeake. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, yeah. We kind of miss Virginia a little bit. Uh, my daughter, she's kind of, we were up there with all of her friends and a bunch of people. Where we're living at now, there's like not a whole bunch of people. We have to drive 20 minutes to get anywhere, except for Walmart. We got a Walmart 5 minutes down the street. We out at the boonies, man. It's nice, but at the same time, it's much different than living around all those people. McCown, wouldn't that be something? Josh McCown, yeah, I heard it. Didn't he? He just went and interviewed somewhere. It might have been Chicago, but he interviewed last year somewhere too as a head coach. And that'd just be weird. Josh McCown as head coach might be cool though. The Commanders versus the Swifties. Yeah, it's just hard to count them out. The Commanders shouldn't have made it this far. You know, but I can't see them beating Philadelphia. I just can't. I mean, Philadelphia's a powerhouse. And it's almost 100% predicated on Barkley. I mean, he's just incredible this year. Got that great offensive line. It's like almost every game he's popping off huge runs that are just stupid. Their defense is playing good. Hurts is playing, his game. Yeah, I don't see how anybody can beat the Eagles right now, except for the Bills. The Bills pretty much are kind of in the same boat. I mean, their offensive line's playing great. Their defense is playing good. Josh is playing good. But Kansas City and the Commanders, man, both those teams should not be even in the playoffs. But they've just they made a deal with the devil, both of them. Yeah, no, yeah, we don't have any AJ Gators, man. That stinks. Yeah, we got to drive like 20 minutes to get to a bar. Yeah, 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 man. I bet you're seeing a lot of Redskins jerseys for the first time in 20 years. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight the Swifty Army either because you can't fight them back. You just have to take it. Dinner's ready, guys. I got to go eat dinner. I try to switch it up just to make it difficult on you, Tom. I'll say Commanders or Commies or Redskins or whatever. I do that just to mess with you. Ooh, I got roast and mashed potatoes. Guys, I got to go eat. They vandalized the Rocky statue again. Oh my goodness. Who did that? Um, Kate, honestly, right now, I'm of the opinion that I don't like his character. So I'm glad we didn't, you know. I mean, what if we offered him the head coaching job, we fired Todd Bowles, and then he went to Jacksonville anyhow. You know, that would really, really stank up the joint. Uh, or he comes and head coaches for a year and then leaves and goes back to college or whatever. I don't know. The guy just doesn't seem to have the kind of character I like. I might be uh what's the word? I might be talking crap to myself because I'm depressed, but I'm covering it with anger. Oh man, they only got AJ Gators in Virginia Beach now. What happened to the one in off of Cedar, not Cedar Road? What Cedar Road one's closed. There was one on right off Mount Pleasant. That's closed too? Dang. Yeah, yeah. We went to the one in Virginia Beach and watched the Super Bowl there. We closed that place down, man. They had to kick us out. There was only three of us left at the end. Man, we were wasted. And I've got it all on video too. I had a laptop with us and I had it on record and we recorded the whole thing. I've never watched it. The Green Lantern banning Wonder Woman. Yeah, you can't ban Molly, man. She'd get mad at me. The Creek Bar. Is that what it's called now? That might be true, Kate. Yeah, it might be we're just rationalizing our depression or or projecting or whatever you want to call it. There's terms for it. I can't think of it. But I'm honestly, I'm kind of like upset, but not that we lost him. I'm just upset how it all worked out. It's just like I'm just like that's just not good people stuff. And as a head coach, you got to be a good people. You got to be a good person, a good people person. So Cohn might have trouble there. That's one of the reasons why I think Canales is going to be a good head coach eventually, if he can survive the Panthers. Because he just seems like a good people person. Although, like you said with his book, cheating on his wife and all that stuff, he might be a real jerk too. He just covers it. He's real good. Fake it till you make it, right? Wasn't that in the book? Huh. The Creek Bar. Yeah. Tom's gonna go to the Jaguars. All right, guys. I gotta get off here and go eat. I appreciate y'all hanging out, man. Uh, Let me get this off my chest and everything. Probably going to do a live stream Monday. We'll talk about the games from the weekend and all that good stuff, and probably have more thoughts on Cohn. I'm going to research some offensive coordinator uh, possibilities, but with Bowles the way he's done it the past 2 years, he doesn't go with anybody that anybody thinks. He picks up some guy nobody has really even heard of or thought of, and brings them and turns them into a good product. So we'll play around with trying to figure out who we might get, but chances are pretty good we're not going to be able to guess. he's Bill Belichick and we're the Jets. I hope not, man. I hope not, Kate. Hey, what's up, Alan? Yeah, that's a huge possibility. Huge possibility, man. Belichick really messed over the Jets. Look what happened, I hope you're wrong. So Jake Peets might be a good offensive coordinator candidate, huh? Passing game coordinator with the Seahawks. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it, man. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. And until next time, Liam can go eat dirt and go Bucks.